Good morning, good morning, good morning. Glenn Crack, I know how to get you in this chat. All I got to do is talk about murder. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, it's Friday. It is Friday. Okay, let's get this party started. Let me say hi, and then I'm coming off camera. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Crazy Cat Mama, my sweetie, Susan Dawson, Big Bad Wolf. Do. Wanda, how are you, sweetie? Glenn Crack, of course. Let's see who else we have in the house. My Boston beauty. Hi, KK. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I'm going to finish getting myself together, but I had to come in here. So, my goodness. I called it from day one when I first started covering this case. I called it. Everybody was worried that he was going to get off because of who his family is in South Carolina, the power they wield. And I would venture to say that could have been true, but the family did not back him. They walked away from him. And just so we know, let's listen to this damn verdict. Let me see. Took them 3 hours. That's a little too long. 7 men, 5 women. They dismissed a juror right before they went in because she was talking about the case, but she wasn't speaking on the case with other members of the jury. Another juror was falling asleep during the prosecution's final arguments. That shit was funny. Another juror was looking like they were bored to death because that prosecution, that closing argument, I could have lived without that. But let's listen to this. Hi, sister. Oh, 2.5 hours. Thank you, Glenn Crack. Everybody thought it was going to be a hung jury. Nope, they're not getting the death penalty. They're going for life imprisonment without parole. But he faces another 99 charges, okay? I know I shouldn't be happy. I knew I shouldn't be happy because people lost their lives. But 2 people for sure at the hands of Alex Murdaugh. Let me share this with you guys real quick. I just can't. I'm like, okay, here we go. And I've been busy at work. I was in and out listening. I was listening to Jackie Snoddy. She's someone else that I started going into her channel. And when court wasn't in session, she was showing a camera view of the eagle's nest and everything else. It was just wonderful. So let me put this on full screen and let's go listen to this verdict. Yes.
You may publish the verdict starting with the back, not with the, let's see, I'll tell you again.
Look how he's smiling.
Starting with the back, flipping them over one by one.
And they had a black judge. They didn't play.
State of South Carolina versus.
Docket number 2022 GS 15-00592, the State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, in the Court of General Sessions in the term of 2022, July, the State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh, defendant, indictment for murder, SC Code 16-3-0010, CDR Code 0116. Okay. Guilty verdict. Signed by the forelady, 3/2/23.
Yep, they got you, buddy.
Docket number 2022-GS-15, 2020-00593, the State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, in the Court of General Sessions, the July term of 2022. The State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh, defendant. Indictment for murder, SC Code 16-3-0010, CDR Code 0116. Verdict, guilty. Signed by the forelady. Date 3/2/23. Docket number 2022-GS15-00595. The State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, Court of General Sessions, July term 2022. The State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh, defendant. Indictment for possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. SC Code -16-23-0490. CDR Code 0549. Verdict, guilty. Signed by the foreperson of the jury. Date 3/2/23. Docket number 2022 GS-15-00594. The State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, Court of General Sessions, July term 2022. The State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh, defendant. Indictment for possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. SC Code 16-23-0490. CDR Code 0549. Verdict, guilty. Signed by the foreperson of the jury, 3/2/23.
Thank you. Madam Forelady and members of the jury, if that is the verdict of each and every juror, please let it be known by raising your right hands.
I just raised my hand. I wasn't even on the jury.
All right, thank you. Any individual polling requested? Madam Clerk, you'll need to individually poll the jury according to their juror numbers.
Guilty.
Number 193. Was this your verdict?
Yes, sir.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 254.
Yep.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 326. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 530. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 544. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 572.
He's
Was
lost.
this
my
your
weight.
verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 578. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 589. Was this your verdict? Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 630. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 729. Was this your
Oh,
verdict?
Buster.
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 826. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Why is the cop standing?
Juror 864. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your
I
verdict?
never paid attention to that.
Your Honor, the jury has been polled.
Thank you. The jury has been polled and the verdict is a unanimous verdict. If you will bring the alternate juror out and have her have a seat in the audience, please.
Overwhelming evidence. Circumstantial. He is pissed. Love it. Okay. He is pissed. And I love it, love it, love it. I love it. He's pissed. Yes, I am. I will be doing Brian Coburn. Yes, I will. Oh my God, I'm loving it. So then his defense team asks for a mistrial. The judge says, hell no. He's pissed. But you know what? I was looking at Buster and I never paid attention that there was and officer standing behind him until just now. I never even focused on that. Ooh. Sister, I never paid attention to that because I was like, I was really listening. I wasn't really looking at the screen. But Buster, to me, he should face charges as well, because I still believe he has something to do with Stephen Smith's murder. I do not believe it was a hit and run accident. I do believe that first, when that police report came out, I read to you guys, I pulled it, I showed it to you guys. They said the man had a bullet wound. Then the coroner states, no, he did not. Oh, I believe he was murdered. I believe that Buster, had something to do with it. And I stand by that. Now, this man is facing another 99 charges. Now, he's going to be sentenced this morning at 9:30. And I really wished I could have been live to capture that sentencing, but he's being sentenced today. There is no delayed sentencing. His sentencing, it will happen today at 9:30 Eastern time, which is almost an hour from me right now. And I just feel that he's still, that videotape, that Snapchat videotape did him in. When I first heard it way back when, I said, he was trying to say that he was on a call. That, no, honey, you were there. So what I'm hearing right now is that there was no one else with him. He used two different guns. And if you guys paid attention to the trial, his housekeeper said she never saw those clothes again that he had on when he left the house originally. But that shirt he had on that they put up, that had splatter. They said he had to be there, and not blood splatter, but gunshot blast. He killed his wife and his son. I said it from the beginning. He killed his wife because she hired that forensic accountant when they were being sued by the Beach family. He decided, oh, let me kill my son because that'll make that case go away as well. This is crazy. He was trying to lie and manipulate even when he was on the stand. Yep. There was an AR-15 that his wife was killed with, and I already said killed. His wife was killed with, and they own that gun. And everything I found, the gun was never taken to be tested. So you mean to tell, even when I showed you guys that the 39 minutes of the scene itself, you never once heard this man crying. He was trying to establish an alibi. He sat there and trying to blame it on the Beach family, saying that Paul was getting death threats. Come on now. Mallory died in 2019. Yeah, 2019. So 2021, they're going to decide, oh, well, we got a lawsuit against you. Let's just go kill your son and your wife. Get out of here. I saw the Netflix. Oh, I saw that. Yep. And then they showed up to get the guns and the beer cans out of the truck. And they were upset because she called 911 and they can get Paul in trouble. Paul was a troublesome kid. Paul was an alcoholic that his father allowed. Maggie, I do believe, was a horrible mother from everything I'm hearing. She didn't care about Paul. Her thing was Buster. But Buster got suspended for plagiarism from South Carolina University. But yet he wants to be a damn attorney. He wants to follow in his father's footsteps. I think Buster may be a little relieved that his father was found guilty. But then, Buster, you need to watch because your ass need to be hit. Buster settled that lawsuit with Mallory Beach's family. This shit is crazy. Yep, Gloria was his real mother. She treated him like that. And then they were trying to say that Paul or Maggie pushed her down the steps. No, Paul, his friend, Aaron, what's his name? Anthony Cook, said he never would believe something like that because Paul loved Gloria. Now, Maggie, on the other hand, who knows? I think Gloria knew too much. She had already found those pills that was taped underneath the bed. I think, yes, they took her out. I think she knew about Stephen Smith. I really do believe she knew about that case. I do believe it. And then you have the investigator talking to Alex Murdaugh about what happened to Gloria Satterley, and he wasn't even there. He wasn't even at the house. Yep. Do you think it was Maggie or Buster? I do believe Maggie has something to do with it. I really do. But they say karma is a bitch. Yep, he did. He did. Did anybody see his brother in court? Randy, did anybody see his brother in court? Because I know the few times they did span, I don't remember seeing his brother there. I think Buster's going to get, I'm telling you, they're still investigating Stephen Smith. And with all the witness statements, that the Murdaugh name was mentioned 41 times. I do believe Buster will be facing something has to be done. Good morning, Concrete Forge. Good morning. The names. I do believe he needs to be charged. And his fiance, I think she was enthralled, with being in the Murdaugh family. She just graduated from law school. I think she just passed the bar too. She was enthralled in that. That name is mud. He has tainted that family name that ruled that area for over 100 years. Oh, you think it was Randy? You think it was the brother that was grooming Steve? Because after he died, Randy went to the family. He wanted to take the case. Ooh. Glenn Craig. I like the way you think. Ooh. So I'm just here to tell you that I don't think this is over with. I really, really don't. And then we have Andy Strickland, the cop. He wanted to be a cop since he was a kid. The disgraced sheriff. Who had 15 counts against him. He spent one damn day in jail, 200 hours of community service, and I think he's got 5 years probation. And he blamed this all on his alcohol and drug addiction. Come to find out that he was, how did they put it? He coerced a female employee to do, into sexual relationship. And then he had her distribute prescription drugs. He had his cops that were, helping him do personal projects, flipping houses, trading appliances. He was using taxpayer money for him and his kids to have a hotel in Myrtle Beach for a police conference. And you mean to tell me this man only got 1 day in jail? They all fucking crooked. It's just crazy. I'm just like, and then when, who was the person that said that, who was the one, what's his name? Roe. This is crazy. And I think I'm gonna tell you what my thing was. When Alex hired him, I think he was gonna try to pin those murders on him. When Alex hired that murder suit, whatever it was, for insurance purposes, I do believe he was gonna try to blame um cousin Ed and say that he had to kill him because he was trying to kill him, and then he was going to try to pin those murders on that man. Oh, okay. She passed her bar exam, but they wouldn't let her in the bar because she's. Ooh. Oh, damn. Yeah, you need to finish it, Tina. It's really good. It is really, really good. It speaks on the day that Gloria, when she when she went, she had her McDonald's bag in her hand. She had her McDonald's drink, everything. The man saw her. He said the next thing he knows is that Maggie's calling him and screaming. He goes up to the house, and his statement is, and it was clear as day, Alex was not at the house, but yet he's the one that the cops are speaking to. And he's saying about the dogs tripped her up. But he said there were no dogs when he got there. The dogs tripped her up and she fell back. Now she's walking up the stairs. She falls backwards. If the dogs tripped her up, wouldn't, because he made a point to say she was vertical. I mean, she was vertical. Her feet were towards the home. The head was laying like she was vertical. They are a bunch of nasty, that whole family. I don't know about the whole family. Okay, let me clarify. Alex, Maggie, Paul, and Buster are disgusting, dirty people. Hi, Rhodey, my baby. I don't believe that Paul and Maggie, I think Paul needed to go to trial because he was going to trial. He was going to trial for Mallory Beach's death. He was still partying at the cottage where he moved to after Mallory Beach's death. Still drinking, still partying. That didn't change him because he was a Murdaugh. That didn't change that because he knows every time he got in trouble, they said it, he would call his grandpa. Now, the grandpa died right after Maggie and Paul, or right before, but the great-grandpa is still alive. Good morning, sweet potato. I'm here to tell you, Buster needs to face charges. I never forget when this case came to me. He is guilty as hell. No. This is a powerful family, because they've represented us. This man stole from thousands of people. He stole. This is crazy. And they really had no direct evidence. It was, little direct evidence. He was convicted on circumstantial evidence, but that videotape sealed his freaking faith. And even when he was there talking to the cops, he was making excuses on why he touched in the check. He had to make an excuse why they would find his DNA on their bodies. Yep, the great-grandpa is still alive. It's the grandfather who died. Yep. And then they were talking about how, they had the landing strip and how he would bring in prostitutes and they would bring in drugs. Are you kidding me? Everybody in this county knew what the hell he was doing. Everybody. So you can't tell me that they were just surprised that he was stealing from the damn family. Then he was saying he was taking up to 60 pills a day. And you were fat as a damn pig. It took you to go to jail to lose all that goddamn weight. But I don't hear them talking about you detoxing. I don't hear them saying that, oh, I forgot he did a rehab stint to try to get out the murder charges. Get out of here. Nobody tried to kill you. No one. Even from behind bars, he was still trying to manipulate Buster. And I'm sure Buster is relieved. I know I would be. I want to see how many times he visits him. And I'm sure he's going to appeal. I don't know. But first, I didn't think it was a good idea to have that trial there. I said, nope. They're not going to do that. But I think everybody was sick of him, sick of the Murdaughs. But that's no reason to convict somebody. But he's guilty. He's guilty. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's guilty. So when Aiden Fusi pled guilty on the day of his trial, I said, shit. I was waiting for this trial. I wanted to hear what made him, but we probably would have never heard that. I said, okay, one down, one more to go. Now I got to, not a day bail case is getting ready to start. Got to be ready for that. You actually thought because your name was Murdaugh that you were going to get away with killing your wife and your son. You probably got away with Gloria, which you had nothing to do with that. Stephen Smith, I think your sons are involved in that up to the hill. You got 5 bodies in 6 years. Get out of here. Hi, Angela, the right winger. Hi, sweetie. Angela is from Angel Gotti's chat, and I love her comments when she's in chat. But I'm just telling you guys that this is justice served. Justice delayed, but justice served. So the house, I don't know if it's up for sale, but Buster does not live at that house. He was still trying to manipulate Buster by saying, he was going to pay his rent. He was going to do this. He was going to do that. He's guilty, guys. Guilty, guilty, guilty. And these 99 other charges that he has to still stand trial for, well, he's probably going to take a deal. How long was it? It was over a month. Was it 5.5 weeks, 6 weeks? We had to listen to this shit and then listen to him on the stand, trying to clarify and justify. You're trying to argue with the prosecution over little bitty details. Then you got yourself tripped up because you couldn't. And then first you went to check on your parents, but who's going to call Buster to tell him he's got to go to check on his mother? First, his father was going to the hospital the next day. Then at the scene, he said that his father was in the hospital and his mother was anxious. He went over there to check on her. But you're going to call Buster to tell Buster that you're going to go check. And then 20-something minutes later, maybe 30, you're calling him to tell him about his mother and his brother was killed. Alex, come on now. And Paul Murdaugh is the one that convicted his father. That Snapchat video sealed his fate. Ooh. Yes, he was found guilty. And he's going to be sentenced in about an hour. Oh my goodness. So let me just say something too. I just saw a message. I only have 2 managing mods. And these are 2 people that have been with me forever. Now, I'll maybe give out a couple more managing mod things, but I have to see. But yes, and I saw it and I thought about it. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Well, not in a few minutes, but later on. So I'm just saying. Um, Andy Strickland said that he made mistakes in the case. He made errors in the case, and he tried to say it was because of the alcohol and drug addiction that he had. I saw a whole bunch of cops standing around at that scene doing nothing. Doing nothing. They're trampling all over the scene. Alex is over there still talking about, oh, because I went to go see my mama, and but Paul was getting death threats, and come on now, because he was involved with that beach case, yeah, okay, you were steady trying to establish your alibi, even when you were sitting in the front seat of that cop car. There was not one tear. Thank you. Yes, she does. I love Angel. I really, really, really do. And I liked her topic last night. What's a stand-up guy? I really enjoyed that. So I'm just here to tell you guys that there is more to come. I still believe that not Paul, well, you can't charge Paul. He's deceased. I still believe that Buster may be in some trouble. Murdaugh still has 99 charges, defrauding clients, uh, the government, his own law firm. He got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. I'm sorry. It's too early for this. He got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. Good morning, Franca. How are you, sweetie? But guys, at 9:30, I'm gonna let you. Ooh, the trial's already. No, I'm sorry, 9:30, 6:30 my time. So if I'm able to, I might stream it. It depends, but it's Friday. I have my first meeting today is at 7. So I am working from home, but I still need to be presentable because I have to be on camera. But I'm just like, 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. We already knocked down 3, so he had 102. Now he's got another 99. I'm just saying. I want to see what happens with Buster. I want to see if Buster is going to still stand behind this man, even after everything you heard, after hearing your brother's Snapchat video. You know full well your father was there. Your father was there. He killed your mother and your brother. Your mother who doted on you, who saw that you did no wrong. Good morning, Days. You did no wrong. Your mother who had your back, who pampered your ass, wiped your nose. This man took your mother. Why? Because he was trying to cover up his fucking shady deals. And you back that man. Now, if my father would have did that to my mother, I love my father to death. But he ever did that to my mother, yeah, we would have issues and problems. And there won't be no, oh, that's my dad. He wouldn't do that. He's guilty. And it is tragic. It didn't have to come to that. Good morning, Dorit. Dorit, I saw you've called me a few times, but I go to bed at certain times, and when I'm winding down, I don't talk. So I'll talk to you this weekend. But I just want, and it was for money, and it was to cover up because his world was crashing up. It was crashing around him. It was coming down. And the fact that when the Beach family They lit all of this stuff. Well, I'm not going to blame them for this. When they filed that lawsuit against Parker's Convenience Store, against Alec, against Buster, come on. The wife decides, oh, see, this is how nasty and dirty she is. Well, I don't want them getting our money. She was trying to hide money. That's what she hired that accountant for. She was trying to figure out where to put the money at. You got a forensic accountant. You want to know where it's at. Why? Because you want to hide money. And then you discovered the embezzlement. You discovered all the shit that your husband had been doing. It was said that she had already left him. And then he even said that he always wanted Maggie to come home. And, he would ask her. She wasn't there from what I understand, but she was at the kennel that night. Maybe he called her to get them both in one place. Hi, beautiful Vixie. We hear how Paul was, worried about his dad, and he was with him when he was detoxing and all this other stuff. I think Alec was putting on a show because you were on all these pills, but your ass hadn't lost a pound. You were big as a house. Well, you could be bloated because alcohol and stuff bloats you too. But my whole thing is, you got exactly what you deserve, and you deserve the death penalty. I'm going to be like Hammurabi, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You deserve the death penalty. I wrote a paper on that in college. Hammurabi versus Moses. Moses believed in turn the other cheek. Hammurabi believed in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. See, that's what I'm saying. He did. He wanted them there. Yep, he does. And he has gout. Yep, he does. But he's lost so much weight. He called them there. He wanted them there. And I've always said, how would he know to go down to that kennel? He said he had just got home. How would you know to go down to the kennel? First, he said he didn't see Maggie, but he probably did see her. He don't know where he put his phone at, all this other shit. He was trying to set up somebody else. When that stuff happened with Mallory Beach, he goes to the hospital trying to blame it on someone else. Connor was driving the boat, trying to get everybody to believe that Connor was driving the boat. This is something that he couldn't cover up for Paul. This is something that he could not cover up for Paul. They've covered up everything else that Paul did. They couldn't cover this up. So let's try to throw it on somebody else. Let me tell you what I said. And I think, Kelly, you were following me way back when. I said either he did it himself, but it was two different guns, or somebody else there was with him. And he's a snitch. If somebody else was with him, trust me, he would have snitched. He killed both of them. Maggie was running away from what I understood. She was running away. Paul was shot 3 times. Maggie was hit in the back. Paul recorded his killer. Hi, Neil. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Paul recorded his killer. He stood there and said he had nothing. He wasn't even there. And lo and behold, then he tried to lie and say that it was the pills that made him nervous. And he didn't want to say he was there. He was scared. Scared of what? Scared of what? What are you scared of? Oh, yes, Neil, I did see that after the fact. That shit was funny. What are you scared of? What? You scared Paul's going to jump off the ground and shoot you? You scared that Maggie's going to do something to you after you done killed your wife, or what? The 30-something years? What is wrong with you? And even then, you stand in court pissed off because you were found guilty. You still haven't shed a damn tear. You faked. But I do believe if his family was behind him, that would have been some paying off. There would have been some something. But they turned their backs on him. And rightfully so. Now you got to face charges from the law firm too. Oh my God, Neil, thank you. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. A little something for appreciation. Have a happy Friday and a wonderful weekend. You too, Neil. Thank you so much. I'm serious. I'm just saying that he got exactly, well, he needs more than that. He needs the death penalty. Seriously. He does. And Buster, honey, I hope you watch. I hope you sitting around in every knock that comes that you're paranoid, because they have not closed that case on Stephen Smith. Haven't closed it. It was, now it's reopened. They're looking. They are looking. So I'm just going to tell you guys like this. 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, 6:30 for me. I'm going to be there in the courtroom. I'm going to be on court TV. I want to hear this sentence. And if he gets anything but life in prison without parole, it's going to be an injustice. He's already, didn't get the death penalty. He deserves life in prison without parole. And then someone told me he might commit S in prison. I don't, you know what? I find that hard to believe because he's kind of narcissistic. He thinks that if he does a retrial, that he appeals, he'll get off. He thinks if he appeals, honey, South Carolina, what is it? Collet County, whatever, Colette has spoken. You are guilty as shit. Nope, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't. He does not deserve the grace of, nope. Nope. He needs to sit there. He needs to sit there. And that judge's smirk on his face said everything to me. When that same judge denied his bail, said everything to me. So again, I will be in the courtroom. I will be there. I wish I was sitting front row center. I really do. I really do. But virtual is the best we can do right now. I don't think he's going to do that because he's too not. He's going to think. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Then I hear O.J. Simpson saying that he believes that he killed his family. Okay, O.J., thank you. We appreciate you commentating. We really don't care. No, he doesn't need solitary confinement. No, he needs to be in general population. He needs to get fucked up every day. He needs to get pummeled every day. And people keep saying that, drugs are bad in the hood. It don't matter what your zip code is and what your area, what your zip code is, what your address is, what your crime is everywhere. And you see this piece of garbage in South Carolina, what he did for the love of money. For the love of money, people will rob and steal from their own mother. They would kill their wife and their son for the love of money. Please, did you hear about that guy who did a drive-by? Yes, I did. It was funny. I didn't see it till after the fact. I didn't see it till after the fact. Kelly, I have to check on you, sweetie. But you're still in hospice care, or are you still at the rehab facility? Roddy, stop. I'm telling you, for the love of money, y'all better go listen to that song. I'm telling you, you rob, kill, steal. I'm telling you, for the love of money. And guess what, bitch? When you die, you still can't take it with you. Okay, they might buy you a gold or bronze coffin. Okay, you can't take it with you. Okay. Good morning, not that girl. Okay, you need to look at Anna Nicole Smith, Michael Jackson. Let's look at all of them. They all dead. They couldn't take the money with them. Now the family's fighting all over it. But guess what? I'm just telling you, we got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. Yes, Neil is the one that drove by. Neil, that was funny. And what's her Mills was yelling, get off the bridge. The bridge, come back. I'm like, oh my God. And then when he drove over the bridge, you know, they got the little pullover spots for any cars that are having vehicle problems. I kept picturing him running across the bridge with his hands over his head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. I was a mean girl. One thing you can always say is I was never mean to you. And I'm not a mean girl. I just don't fuck with some people. Let's get that right. Oh, you did it. You did it. You did it. We all knew you couldn't walk across that bridge. You can take the aerial view of what we had to see. And then when you drove by the area, both cars, I'm like, what time is it? Nobody's at work. Anyway, this shit is funny. Oh my God, Breezy girl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I do. I have to giggle. But I'm serious. I keep thinking about it. When I saw the 99 charges, I went, damn, you got 99 charges and a bitch ain't one. You know the song. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. So, guys, I'm getting out of here. I love you. I need to log in and get myself together. Oh my God. I feel better now. Okay. We got Daybell coming up, and KK, I need you to send me that name again, please, so I can look into that. Yes, they found him guilty in 2.5 hours. Guilty. Guilty. No. Oh, he's going to get off. It's going to be a hung jury. No, not with that evidence. And you know what? I think it could have been until that Snapchat video was played. You cannot refute that was your fucking ass at that kennel. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bubba. Neil, stay off that bridge. Yeah, Neil. That looks scary, even going across that bridge. And I think I've driven across. No, I haven't driven across that one. Oh my God. I got to go check out to see what August Alcinas. Okay, I'm good. Yep, it's happening today. That's what I'm saying. There's no delayed sentencing. There is nothing. They want to lock his fucking ass up and throw away the key. You too, Kelly. They said no. He don't need to get no sentencing recommendations. I want to hear this judge's that. You know what? I might have, you know what? I am going to stream it. I have to stream it. I have to. But he's not giving time for no sentencing recommendation, no nothing. He said, bitch, you guilty. Let's just get this over with. We ain't got time for all this bullshit. Let's just put you out of your misery. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna need to stop this one. I'm gonna have to do another stream. And then I'm gonna be operating two laptops because I need to log in. Well, I don't have to log in, but there's no specific time that I need to log in. But I'm late right now. I'm normally in my office at 5:30 unless I uh take my time. And but I'm going to log in, and then I'm going to set up another stream to start at 6:35 my time, and then we can watch it together. 6:30. I'm gonna put court TV on because I think the sentencing is going to be televised, right? It should be. The whole damn trial was. So I'm making room. Oh, well, I got lots of room on my desk, but I need to move some file folders out the way. And I'm gonna put my laptop next to my work laptop, and I'm gonna stream this. Okay, so let me get out. Yes, I have a crush on the judge. Oh, okay. Well, Glenn Cracker, you know what? I don't have to end this. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. Okay, I'm not gonna end this stream. Then let me see what time. Let me go to Court TV really, 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 really quick, and let me see if they're still on schedule. Yeah, I don't have to end it. Hold on a second. Court TV, Court TV. Let's see, live sentencing stream. Hold on. Hold on. Let me let that go. Okay, I have it. I have it. I have it. I have it. So we're gonna say fair use. Okay. Let me share this screen. Let me share it. It's not Court TV, it's News 19. So um oh my God, I love Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I love that movie. The sirens are gonna get you. I'm sorry, let me stop. Okay, here we go. There we see that. Let me cut this out. Okay, so we have that. I'm sorry. Okay, let me move this laptop over here. Look, let me move this laptop here, and let me get my work laptop. Hold on, guys. I'm here. Okay, my work laptop. We can watch together. I can multitask, guys. Okay, I'm good at multitasking. I do it all the time. Okay, let's see. Plug this one here. Plug the screen in here. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, I'm in. Let me log in. Okay. As soon as I log in, you're going to hear my computer going off. As soon as people see I'm online, I start getting messages and requests. I think I'm going to turn Teams off for a minute. Let's see what you guys talking about. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see. Thank you. So if anybody wants to come up, I can drop the link for you to come up if you want to come up. I can do that because I'm telling you, when I streamed that Joffrey Pechiel trial, I really did enjoy that. Let's see. I'm logging. Oh, I got a blue screen. Uh-oh. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just started laughing. Again, hold on. Let me see. Let me drop this link. I got two different mice. Well, look, mouse that I'm working with. Let me drop a link for you guys. Let's see. Control V. There we go. I dropped the link. If anybody wants to come up, I'm here. We have 20 minutes. 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. 20 minutes, Dougie, and we on. Let's see what he gets. Yeah. I called that one too. Ooh, I had some people mad. I still got them pictures of how he busted that woman up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I need to I need to log in. He's better. Develop a team. I could, you know what? I was pissed at Joffrey's lawyer. He was such an idiot. And the bullshit he was saying was pissing me off. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? She bounced off a door, fell on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's sitting there. I couldn't believe that people. But then the prosecutor she fell into that game they were playing. And because she was on her A game. And then she fell into that bullshit. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Guys, I don't know. I might have to go into the office if I cannot. I got a blue screen. And now it's telling me, let me see if it's going to let me log in. It keeps giving me an error. Oh, where's my work phone? Uh-oh. It keeps giving me an error, and I don't know why. Oh, Neil, thank you. You don't have to keep giving me money, Neil. I appreciate it, but you don't have to do that. Oh. Hold on. Control Alt Delete. Let me sign out. And I'm going to sign back in. Robin Lasagna. Bye, Neil. I appreciate that. This is not funny. If I cannot log in, I'm going to have to take my ass into the office and go to IT. Because I don't think anyone is in IT yet. Please complete the authentication. Yep, that's it. I think we have a new VPN that they haven't installed. Okay, let's see if it's going to let me do it. Let's see. Hi, Pisces. Thank you, Neil, for the super chat. Hi, Pisces Strong. How are you? Okay, I got my drink. Let me send them a message. Zoom, baby, Zoom. I'm here, guys. Hold on. I had to grab my work phone. You might need to shut down your system. Wait 2 minutes. No, that's not it. We have a new VPN that we were doing, and they did not. um, send it out across the whole company, and they sent it to me to download it, and they were going to install it, and guess what? It's not installed. So now I need to go 4911. That's my error code, and I keep getting a blue screen. Okay, so I'm sorry. I just sent it. I'm gonna restart my whole computer. I'm gonna try that, Kelly, and see if that works. But I keep getting a blue screen. And guys, I have a brand new laptop. This is the third one. I had to get an engineering one for all the reports and stuff that I run, and it was slowing down. So I have a smack brand new laptop, and I don't know why I'm still having errors. I'm going to shut my whole system down, and then I'm going to log back in. I just shut it down. Okay, I'm here. Dear Mr. Murdaugh, please just walk into the penitentiary like you want the place. Just backtalk everyone and cut to the front of the towel. Let me go to. Oh my God, let's see. Oh my God, like you own the place. Do you, boo boo? Well, you know he's gonna act like he owns the place. Let's see. Uh Court TV Live. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, watch live. Court TV. YouTube. Okay, hold on. Got it. Let me get out of this one. Okay, I'm going to get out of that one, and I'm getting into Court TV. I prefer Court TV anyway. Hold on. Let me pull up Court TV. There we go. Share. Let me cut out. Okay, I don't want to see their chat. I don't want to see Court TV's chat, but it's not letting me make it bigger. Why? I don't want to see their chat. See, I don't have the little thing to share. Okay, hold on. I guess when it starts, it's going to let me, because right now it's still showing me their chat, and I definitely don't want to see their chat. So we have to wait till it starts. But let's see, 5 years on possession charge as well. He's getting the maximum sentence. Oh, Buster. Yes, that's another thing. Buster did lie under oath. Buster lied. Okay, let's see. Let me turn my laptop back on. Y'all know I need to work from home today. I don't feel like going into the office. But if I have to, I will. Okay, IT is there. They just sent me a message. Today is March 3rd. Black Cat is here to help. Thank you, Black Hat. I appreciate it. Yes, he got kicked out of law for plagiarism. Yes. I told you he wanted to follow in his daddy's footsteps. He wanted to follow in daddy's footsteps. I want to be a crooked ass South Carolina attorney. Just like my daddy. So what if I get married and my wife tries to get a forensic accountant? I'm going to do the same thing my daddy did. I think Buster is scared. He should be. I would be. Because if he sees the way they're opening up these cases, he sees it, he's scared. He should really be scared. Because now that they've taken Alex, they're coming for the rest of the damn family. Well, not the rest of the family, because nobody else wants anything else to do with him. Yep, I cannot log in. It won't let me log in. Let me go to Teams. I don't believe this shit. I don't believe this. Okay. Got it. Okay, what are we saying? Are they ready? Wait a minute. They said 1 minute. Uh-oh, how much longer? Wrong mouse. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see how much more. Okay, starts at 6:20. They're late. They're late. They are late. Yep, they're late. They haven't started. And I don't like showing their chat. I really don't. Oh, anyone else listen to their yes, I listen to the jail calls. And he does. He does. He does. He does. Ooh, you know what? We didn't hear too much about John, but we heard a lot about Randy. Do not get upset. It's easily fixed, especially if you. Oh, yeah, I'm not upset. Good morning, Casey. I'm not upset at all. Trust and believe that I am not upset. It's just that they sent me the thing to download, and so I have, seriously, I have my work phone. Anything that I can do on my laptop, I can do on there. But see, apparently we have issues with granting VP. Okay, so we're having issues. Okay, so we're having issues. Let me see if I go to the other one. So it's not just me, guys. It's not just me. But I'm not going in the office. I'm not going in today. I've been in the office every day this week except for when the roads were bad. Yeah, I have it on. They were supposed to start by now. Let me see if the other one started. See, Court TV isn't doing anything. Okay, let me go back to the other one. Okay, I think they're starting. Hold on. The court emblem is showing now. Let's go back to court TV. They didn't change. Look, they done. They've changed the picture. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, we're good. We're in. It hasn't started. It's just an emblem showing. Let me go back to the other one. Yeah, but both of them, it's just an emblem showing. See, I can't go to Court TV live. I have to do it from YouTube. I have to use the Court TV from YouTube one. I can't do it from the other stream because they won't allow you to do that. And I might get in trouble. Let me see, Court TV. Let me just go to the regular Court TV. Court TV Live. Let's go look and see. Okay. Watch live. Alex Murdaugh. See, they're just talking about his conviction. They're not doing the sentencing yet. They're just looking at the same thing we did yesterday. They're supposed to start at 6:30, which is 9:30 my time. Yeah, I cannot stream it from Court TV. I have to use Court TV YouTube. So I can't, and then I'm looking at the other news show. They're showing the same emblem. So they haven't started yet either. And this is from News 19. So they're using the same thing that I'm using. We have to use the Court TV YouTube. I can't use the other Court TV. I can't do that. So we'll just have to wait. They said 6:30. We're here. So I'll just wait. Sorry, guys. Have to wait. Yep, it starts at 9:30. Okay, hold on. This is RT. Hello. Okay, guys, seriously, it is not. Both channels are still showing the emblem. They are not airing yet, and it was supposed to start at 9:30. I'm checking 3 different feeds. And if I go to Court TV right now, it's still showing it. If I go to the Court TV live, just go to the regular Court TV. I'm logged into my computer, but that's fine. Let's see, Court TV. Court TV. I'm here. Okay. Okay, they said, see, it's still showing the emblem. So, Dorit, now I'm getting pissed because they're still showing the emblem. It is not doing anything else but showing that emblem for me on 3 different screens. Well, thank you, Dorit. They're reading off the indictment. That's fine. I need to go. They're not doing it live where I need to see it. They have not allowed the cameras on for the streaming. That's my issue. The cameras are not on for the streaming. It says live, but there's nothing going on. Even people in this chat are asking what's taking so long. So maybe the judge hasn't allowed the cameras on yet. But I know you're watching it on the Court TV thing itself, but I can't do that. And it says it's live. Hold on, let me try this again. Yep, it's just an emblem. Okay, got it. Hold on. Got it.
So I just got back from Walmart today,
See, but
and
it
I
keeps
paid
doing
for
that.
all of
What
these
the hell?
groceries
Hold
using.
on, guys. There we
My
go.
name is Blanca
It's there.
Turrubiate-Simpson.
Okay, can we see it?
Turrubiate-Simpson.
Okay, there it is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this difficult for you to be here today?
Yes, sir, it is.
Will you please tell the ladies and
Sorry. No, that's not it. Jesus Christ, that's not it. Hold on. That's not it. What the hell is going on? It says live. I don't know what the hell is going on, but Emily Baker doesn't have it on either. So let me try this. Let me see something. It says it's live. Alex Murdaugh, it says live. Okay, so so here's another channel. Hold on, let me try this one.
Inquiring as to whether
So
or not
this is
Buster
what's
would
on
be
now.
willing to do an interview and tell his side of the story outside of what he told on the stand, his reaction and how he feels about his father being convicted
See, but
of the
they're not.
murders of
Oh,
his
that's not the
Buster's
right
mother
channel.
and brother.
Oh, I hate this. Hold on. Now I'm getting pissed. I don't even care about work. Alex, live today. Alex Murdaugh live. Sentencing graphic. See, it's still showing me the emblem. See, now they're discussing the timeline. It doesn't say it's live. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I am so sorry. It is not live. Not yet, anyway. Feeding my home. I'm not going to see. Live verdict. Okay, hold on. Let's try this one. Sentencing day 2. Okay, let me try. Oh, no, that's law and crime. Yep, that's law and crime. I don't want to use theirs. Okay, so there's movement in the courtroom, guys. The lady just came in. Hold on. There's movement in the courtroom. Let me share this again. Hold on. There's movement. I'm so sorry. There's movement. There's movement. There's movement. She just came on screen. Okay, she just came on screen. She walked around. There was a black lady right here. So I don't know what else to do here, because let me go look at Emily D. Baker and see if she has it up. Emily D. Baker. Let me see if she has it up. Nope, she's just talking. Okay. Okay, she's just talking, so she doesn't have it up yet either.
All rise.
There we
Court is
go.
now in session.
All rise,
Judge
we're in
Newman
session.
presiding.
Hi, Gigi. Let me go up so you guys can see this. Hold on, let me angle it right. There we go. Had me thinking I was crazy. They're late.
Morning. Parties ready to proceed?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Bench is ready, Your Honor.
All right, from the state, Mr. Waters.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're obviously here in the sentencing for the state versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh. Your Honor, I have prepared the sentencing sheets signed up. If I can hand those up to the clerk.
Thank you guys for sticking with me. Fair use.
Your Honor, very quickly, the defendant has no prior record, and the state has no victim impact people who want to speak at this time. But I will address the court briefly. And I don't need, Your Honor, to repeat the evidence that Your Honor just heard for the past 6 weeks, but it is overwhelming. And it shows this man to be a cunning manipulator, a man who placed himself above all others, including his family. A man who violated the trust of so many, including his friends, his family, his partners, his profession, but most of all, Maggie and Paul. This is a very complicated situation, and I want to offer my condolences to the family that has suffered here. We have tried very hard to be respectful and sensitive regardless of what position any person took. because this family has suffered and they've had to suffer in the public eye. And I want to offer my condolences to this family. I want to offer it for Maggie and Paul and Mr. Randolph too, who I had the pleasure of working with on one occasion. But the reality remains is that despite all this attention, this case is about Maggie Murdaugh and Paul Murdaugh, and I'm so thankful that the jurors gave them a voice. You heard about Paul. Obviously, there was the boat case, but you also heard him described as a fun-loving young man, a person who loved life, a person who would do anything for his friends, for anyone.
An alcoholic.
And he's cut down as he was just starting to live his life. You heard about Maggie. You heard how sweet she was. You heard that she was a girl's girl who adapted to the outdoorsman life of her sons, how much she loved her sister and her brother-in-law and their children. And she was cut down in the prime of her life. Both of them, like everyone else, was unaware of who he really was. No one who thought they knew this man, no one who thought they were close to this man knew who he really was. And Your Honor, that's chilling. And I've looked in his eyes, and he liked to stare me down as he would walk by me during this trial. And I could see the real Alex Murdaugh when he looked at me. The depravity, the callousness, the selfishness of these crimes are stunning. The lack of remorse and the effortless way in which he lies, including here sitting right over there in this witness stand. Your Honor, a man like that, a man like this man, should never be allowed to be among free law-abiding citizens again. I would submit to you that the only just sentence here to give justice for Maggie and Paul is the maximum, and that would be 2 consecutive life sentences.
He does look like Richard
Thank you,
Dreyfuss. Kinda.
You indicate that no victim would like to speak at this time. Would any victim like to speak at any time during these proceedings?
Your Honor, one of the things we did early on, obviously, as I just said, it's a very complicated situation, but we made the decision early on. We've had our victim advocate here who's been doing a wonderful job, regardless of the viewpoints of any individual family member, to provide aid and service to them, and we made that decision. I'm informed by our victim advocate that none of them wish to speak. The defense can certainly address that, but that's what I'm informed. But they certainly were offered the opportunity as is required, and I want to commend our victim advocate on the excellent job she did in handling this complex situation that we wanted to be sensitive to, because again, none of us are not mindful of the fact of the suffering of this family.
I noticed Sled Chief Mark Keel is here. Would you like to address the court on any matters, Chief?
No, sir. Just to say, again, very proud of our agents, the work they've done. I'm proud of the partnership that we've had with the Attorney General's office as we've had for many years. And again, we're here to see the justice is served, and we believe it has been.
Thank you. For the defense.
Your Honor, Mr. Griffin and I would have no comment. The defendant would like to address the court, though.
Mr. Murdaugh.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm innocent. I would never hurt my wife, Maggie,
Sorry,
and I would never hurt my son, Pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Pawpaw.
Anything further?
I don't think further comment is necessary, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Murdaugh, if you'll come before the court for sentencing. This has been perhaps one of the most troubling cases, not just for me as a judge, for the state, for the defense team, but for all of the citizens in this community, all the citizens in this state, and as we have seen based on the media coverage there throughout the nation, you have a wife who's been killed, murdered, a son savagely murdered, a lawyer, a person from a respected family who has controlled justice in this community for over a century.
Yep.
A person whose grandfather's portrait hang at the back of the courthouse that I had to have ordered removed in order to ensure that a fair trial was had by both the state and the defense. And I've sat through the trial. Not only have I sat through the trial, but also as the presiding judge of the state grand jury, sat through and participated in the issuance of search warrants of various sorts, bond hearings, and have had to consider many things. And we have this case, and I'm also assigned to preside over, is it 99 others?
99 problems and a bitch ain't one.
99 other cases.
99.
Though testimony has come up regarding many of those other cases, I will not make any comment with regard to any other pending matter, as I have been assigned those cases as well. It's also particularly troubling, Mr. Murdaugh, because as a member of the legal community and a well-known member of the legal community, you've practiced law before me, and we've seen each other at various occasions throughout the years. And it was especially heartbreaking for me to see you go in the media from being a grieving father who lost a wife and a son to being the person indicted and convicted of killing them. And you've engaged in such duplicitous conduct.
Duplicitous.
Here in the courtroom.
That's gonna be Jen Bailey's new word.
Here on the witness stand. And as established by the testimony throughout the time leading from the time of the indictment and prior to the indictment throughout the trial to this moment in time, certainly you have no obligation to say anything other than saying not guilty. And obviously, as appeals are probably expected, or
yep, they are
absolutely expected, I would not expect a confession of any kind. In fact, as I've presided over murder cases over the past 22 years, I have yet to find a defendant who could go there, who could go back to that moment in time when they decided to pull the trigger or to otherwise murder someone. I have not been able to get anyone, any defendant, even those who have confessed to being guilty, to go back and explain to me what happened at that moment in time when they opted to pull the trigger.
Money, money, money.
And they opted to commit the most heinous crimes known to man. In this case, qualifies under our death penalty statute, based on the statutory aggravating circumstances of 2 or more people being murdered by the defendant by one act or pursuant to one scheme or course of conduct. I don't question at all the decision of the state not to pursue the death penalty.
I question it.
But as I sit here in this courtroom and look around the many portraits of judges and other court officials and reflect on the fact that over the past century, your family, including you, have been prosecuting people here in this courtroom, and many have received the death penalty, probably for lesser conduct.
Thank you.
And perhaps with all the throng of people here, they, for the most part, all believe, or 80, 90%, 99% believe that you continue to lie now when your statement of denial to the court.
Confess, Alex, confess.
Perhaps you believe that it does not matter, that there's nothing that can mitigate a sentence given the crimes that were committed. You know, a notice of alibi was filed in this case by counsel in November, and we conducted a hearing, pretrial hearing, in which you claimed to have been someplace else at the time the crime was committed. Then, after all of the witnesses placed you at the scene of the crime, at the last minute, or last minutes or days, you switch courses and admitted to being there. And then that necessitated more lies and continued to lie. And I say, where will it end? It's already ended for many who have heard you and concluded that it'll never end. But within your own soul, you have to deal with that. And I know you have to see Paul and Maggie during the night times when you're attempting to go to sleep. I'm sure they come and visit you. I'm sure.
All day and every night.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they do.
And they will continue to do so. And reflect on the last time they, you know, your license to practice law has been stripped away from you. Turn from lawyer to witness, and now have an opportunity to make your final appeal as an ex-lawyer. And it's almost, the person standing before me was not the person who committed the crime, though it's the same individual. We'll leave that at that. Before announcing sentence on these cases, with regard to all of the other pending cases, are any of them here in Colleton, or I'm sure some of them are? Yes, sir. Half of them, or?
I don't have that in front of me, but there are a substantial number of charges here. There's some in Hampton, Orangeburg, Beaufort,
All over.
Allendale. There may be others I'm not thinking of right now.
We might have worn out our welcome here in Colleton. They have been, and I'll take this opportunity to thank Sheriff Hill and all of the court officials and really everyone I've met and dealt with while here in Colleton County. Just been great. But without any delay, we're going to schedule some of the other matters.
Ooh.
I know Mr. Harpootlian's scheduling is complicated, and you've sacrificed quite a bit to be able to be here defending Mr. Murdaugh, as well as the Attorney General's office, with all the other many things and obligations you have. And to be able to have the Attorney General here, Alan Wilson, for the period of time that he's devoted to being here along with everyone else, it's been quite a sacrifice. But there are other victims whose cases deserve to be heard. And this case has jumped some of those other cases, perhaps jumped it because of this case resulting in an assault on the integrity of the judicial system in our state, law enforcement in our state. Even during this trial, the law enforcement have been maligned for the past 5 or 6 weeks by one who had access to the wheels of justice, to be able to deflect the investigation. And as the evidence is pointed out in this case, the looming storm that Mr. Waters talked about, I can just imagine on that day, June 7th, when a lawyer is confronted and confesses to having stolen over $500,000 from a client, and he has a tiger like Mark Tinsley on his tail, pursuing discovery in the case involving the death of Mallory Beach.
There we go.
And having a father, for the most part, on his deathbed.
And it should have been Josie.
I could imagine, I really can't imagine.
Yes, they have the death penalty.
There's been quite a bit going through your mind on that day. You can convince yourself about it, but obviously you have the inability to convince anyone else about that. So if you made any such arguments as a lawyer, you would lose every case of that, like that. Cases you will never have an opportunity to argue anymore, except perhaps your own as you sit in the Department of Corrections. Anything further?
No, sir.
I'm sure. They should have did the death penalty. He deserved it. Sorry, he did.
All right, there you go.
There you
A
go.
scathing rebuke from Judge Clifton Newman. You almost felt in his sentencing as he was speaking that this was personal for him.
It is
And
personal for him. All right, let me stop this. It is personal for him. He said it. He was looking at, but they had removed a lot of those pictures. out of the courtroom because of the fact that the family had such control, and I say control, over 100 years. And this man, in one instant, because of the love of money, you put 3 in your son and you did your wife. And from everything they were saying, she was running. So you did this. And he said, it might not have been you. When he said that, I'm like, wait a minute, Judge. But then he said, it could have been the monster that you became. He's standing there with no remorse, no regret, still saying he's innocent. And Pawpaw, how much he loved Pawpaw. You didn't love nobody but your damn self. And he said it. He got 99 more than a bitch ain't one. So guys, thank you. Does anybody have anything they want to say? Let me drop the link. I'll drop the link again. I'm going to drop the link. Let's see what anybody has to say. Ooh, you don't know what it's like. And yesterday I got so many phone calls, but one I was waiting for and I didn't receive. Heidi, you were right. No shit. No, he didn't look at Buster. Buster knows he's guilty. And Buster, as I said earlier, Buster better watch his damn back because they're still investigating Stephen Smith. And I do believe sitting here right now that him and Pawpaw has something to do with that young man's death. And it was no damn hit and run. You saw the police report. You saw, I read it. They said that was a bullet wound, but then the coroner states it was a hit and run. The detective, when he went back there, he wants to know, how did you rule that a hit and run? There was no broken glass, no nothing on that road to say it was a hit and run. So, and if anybody wants that police report, I have it. I can send it to you, but it was no hit and run. He has disgraced his whole damn family. And I'm sure a lot of the people in the family were crooks. I'm sure they were. They're lawyers. Shit. Okay. They're crooks. And I'm just being funny about that. But he's disgraced his whole family. There were no tire marks, no nothing. The man's car was found 2 miles away. He had car trouble. And a motorist found him laying in a road and called it in. Other people said that they saw Buster and Paul. There's a report. The Murdaugh's name is mentioned 41 times in the case on Stephen Smith. And I'm going to say it again. I believe Gloria Satterfield knew what happened to that young man. And I'm sure it got to the point where, she started talking or I'm telling you, Gloria Satterfield didn't just trip and fall. Sorry, not sorry. She didn't. And then for you to try to take her son's case, get a settlement against your insurance company, and then steal that money and didn't give any money to those young men, they just opened another case against your ass. You a crook and a liar. Paul was 20. He was 21. But he had been drinking and misbehaving and causing havoc all through that county and other counties since he was 14 years old. And every time he got in trouble, they came to his rescue. So Pawpaw wasn't a damn good person either. He was abusing his girlfriend, Morgan, slapping her, choking her, spitting her in the face. The night Mallory Beach died, he slapped her, called her a whore, and spit in her face. So Paul wasn't good either. They thought they were above the law. Now you're not. So Buster, honey, sleep sleep light, because you might get a knock on your door real soon. Real soon. And I want to know what Randy had to do with a lot of this too, because he went to Stephen Smith's family as soon as that young man talking about he was going to take the case. He wanted to know, he was there to help the family. No, you were there to try to protect your family. You were there to protect your family, to see what they knew. Because the rumor is that Stephen was smart as a whip, was helping Buster. He was tutoring him, and they had a little thing going on. That's the rumor. Do I believe it? Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And this one that, he's engaged to or pretending to be engaged to, whatever it is, yeah, she needs her head examined too. So I just want to say thank you guys. And now we have it. Now our next one, I'm going to check that other case too. I've heard about it, but my next big one I'm looking for is Chad and Lori Daybell. They have prolonged this and prolonged this and prolonged this. It's time for them to face justice. First, she was, hi, Sweet Pea. I don't see. Oh, hi, Sweet Pea. I see you. They've prolonged this. She's been back and forth. She's not able to stay in trial. Then she's able to stay in trial. Now she's not able to stay in trial. What's the holdup with Chad? Chad hasn't went. Chad's ass needs to go on trial. You murdered 2 kids. It's time for you to get your punishment. It's time for you to get what comes to you and just not sitting in jail. Your ass needs to be in prison. Yeah. I don't think Alec is going to try to do anything to himself. He thinks he can get off on an appeal. And it's not, if you've already been found guilty by the people that you ruled over, they're tired of your shit. Trust me, them 99 other problems you have, they're not going away. And you will be judged again. You got all these people coming after you for the money that you stole from them. You and Eric, what's his name? Girardi. All of y'all. Bunch of damn crooks. You let money and power get to you. His family has cut him off. They want nothing to do with him except for Buster, because that's his dad, but he knows he's guilty. And if you guys haven't listened to those jailhouse tapes, please go listen. He was in there trying to manipulate him and his girlfriend, and he does. He has an obsession with Buster's girlfriend. Who knows? He could have been seeing her too, having an affair with her. Who knows? Who knows? But let's see how quick these attorneys jump ship if he can't pay them, unless he has something on them. Let's see how quick they jump ship. Because his own law firm wants nothing. Well, his ex, he's been debarred. Come on now. He's guilty as shit. But guys, I'm going to get out of here. I have to get busy. And I had a 7 o'clock, but they changed it to 10:30. So that worked out perfectly. But I want to say thank you. And guys, I am looking forward to Lauren, you and I need to talk hopefully tonight or tomorrow morning. I am going to do Life After Lockup in the morning, but we need to talk as far as what cases that we want to discuss. We really, really want to talk about that. And Josie, thank you for coming in. It was so nice to see you. Toys in the Attic, thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you guys. Especially, I've seen people in here that I've seen every once in a while, but thank you, Sweet Pea, thank you, Dorit, thank you, Susan, Tina, Payne, Big Bad Wolf, Neil, who else? Black Hat, all of you guys that are here that stayed with me, Michelle, everybody that stayed with me when I was Celia, thank you, sweetie, Glenn Crack, of course. Everyone that was here with me in the beginning of my live and then stayed through me trying to find this live that was going on. Elsa, thank you too for being here. Guys, I'm not trying to forget anybody. I'm scrolling up. If I miss anyone, that's because it's not going to Dorit. It's not going to let me go all the way back up. But I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you for Vixie. Thank you, sweetie, for being here and hanging out with us. But Gigi, thank you for being here. And Danielle, my honey, and spending time with me this morning. I'm going to go make me a fresh pot of coffee. I'm now in my laptop. Hi, Casey. Thank you. And I will definitely talk to you guys later. And next Thursday, I will be back on the grind. It's been the last couple of weeks. February was short and trying to get everything done. And then we have the FDA in, we have Price Waterhouse, we have our auditors in. So this is end of the month. It's end of our fiscal. So everything just came crashing down at once. So I had to get a lot of work done, and I really needed to concentrate and pay attention. So I want to say thank you again. And as far as the death penalty goes, the state chose not to go for the death penalty. I don't know why. I don't know if that was, I don't think they made any kind of deal, but I don't know why they didn't go for the death penalty. In this case, he deserved the death penalty. Maybe they thought they couldn't overcharge. I don't know, but a lot of times they overcharge and don't get the verdict they want. So, but in this case, I think they would have got that verdict either way. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Toys in the Attic. I really appreciate you being here too. And Big Bad Wolf, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. But thank you again for being here, guys. And I will see you later. I promise I'll see you later. I'm at work right now from home. I'm working from home. You guys heard me typing. I was answering emails and everything, but I just want to say have a great Friday. Take care of yourselves, and I love each and every one of you. Bye, guys. Bye.